So this is my first VR video. If my voice is sounding weird to my real voice, it's because I'm on MetaQuest 2 and the audio is weird, and so is recording without a proper mic. Or if you may wondering why I don't have a Quest 3, I could well afford it very wellly. I choose not to get it. I am currently waiting for MetaQuest 4, which is probably coming 2026 to 2027, but who knows. So this is not a sponsorship whatsoever, but we are playing the VR game Elements Divided. If you don't know what the game's about, it's based off of the cartoon or the Nickelodeon cartoon, whatever you refer it as, Avatar: The Last Airbender. There's all 4 elements: water, earth, fire, air. Once you do the tutorial, and it is only $10, and there's a 30-minute free trial, so you don't want to waste your money. But today I'll be telling you a beginner's guide and how each bending style works. At the moment I'm using air. I have mastered all 4 elements. There's a level system to unlock more techniques, abilities, and ultimates. There's 2 ultimates for each bending style, and then the techniques are like buffs. As you can see, I have all these, and I do have an earth thing. I got the game yesterday, so if I'm trash, that's because. And the player base is either toxic or really sweaty, so if you don't like PvP, there is PvE where you can go against bots. You can play with your friends. You just gotta load up a party thing in the main lobby. So I'll be doing beginner. No. Okay, so I will be reviewing the element air first. So what this is about is, in the cartoon, it's about mobility and getting away so you could have long-ranged attacks. So what I mean is, if you grab your first ability, you can launch it, or you can just whack at it, which I do not request that, because you want to stay as far as possible away. This is like the most spammiest ability, so you see a kid using it and you're mad they're spamming. That's the whole point of air, is staying away, running, and spamming. So what I mean is, you got things like the air wheel, then the sword as long range, and then you got your glider. There is tornado, which you can move, and it's very easy to do. And then there's stuff like the barrier, which you can make into a ball, or you can make it like this. There is also a bunch more abilities. You might not remember all of them or use all of them, but once you get the hang of it, you have it all in your power. Because you can go from sword, glider, wheel. It's very cool. There's a outfit and the thing, so I'm going to be showing y'all free-for-all map. Let's do desert tower. No. Quadrants. No. Oh, I'm in free-for-all. Co-op. Opening. Q-bot assault. Let's do hard. So I will be showing how it looks like against bots, and I will be doing it for the classic PvP. I suck, but it's very good for PvP. As long as you can stay far away and land your shots, you will have a bunch of things where... Oh shit. That was easy.
Level 2.
Oh, they can fly, chat? What am I doing? Am I trying to sell? Yeah, I just sold, but I accidentally sent my player off the map on accident, and then I pushed myself down. What I meant to do is go like this to get higher boost. But that was pretty much air. Its mobility has long ranged abilities. That one. Then your classic glider, followed by sword to wheel. And if you're really talented and has lots of potential, you can perform a bunch of drag shots like, and if you land it, you land it, but so let's review. So there's all these: air tornado, air sword, air vault, which is the one where you slam it, air jump, which is where you vacuum. Oh yeah, and then there's, if you like this, and then there is the launch, which is very good. Air bomb, create air. I forgot about this. Yeah, then there's that. Then the air laser. It's like a Kamehameha, but it's lower. And then there's ultimates. There's 2 for each style. You can choose one by getting level 5 and going over there. And there's air vortex, which is a Kamehameha, which if you like it, you like it. I prefer this one because it just looks better, and it just, you know. Okay, next we will review is Earth. This is probably my most used. I use Earth and Air a bunch. So this one's a ground-based bending style. It doesn't really have much mobility, but you can kind of launch yourself. So you could like perform a bunch of trick shots with this one because you can, then you're in the air, and then if you go, do I got it? No, I don't got it. I accidentally did that one. And smash. And you do more damage when you do that, which is cool. Then there's these pets all around the world. You could pet them or good way if you want to get a couple levels before you do the bots. Sometimes I do that and sometimes I don't. Then there's classic spikes, which does very good damage. So this is a ground type movement. It's based on like mostly defense because there's a whole move based on defense. Makes you slower though. So it's not really movement, but you get lots of defense, such as this. And you got the Earth Punch, sending it flying. So it's basically counters and defense. It is very good for beginners. There's a bunch of combos, but doesn't have the most amount of moves. And then this is the ultimate. Well, that's the second ultimate. You need to be level 10 to unlock. Then there is the basic moves, which you can turn into a spear, and then a saw, revert. Saw is probably the best because it goes straight forward, but then you can control it if you want, which is very cool. Kind of reminds me of water. So if they're close and you accidentally, you can. And then one of my favorite moves is where if you go and you trap them and they can't move for a couple of seconds, and you get yourself a combo or two. Then there's things like Earth Detach, which allows you on the wall, which is how you do that one trick shot. And I screwed it up, but I lost, and boom. So overall, I say it's the most popular. You find like almost everyone using it as the first thing, but genuinely, I wouldn't say it's near the best. But if you like defense and countering, your way to go. And it has like the best melee though, because these do extra damage. You could throw them. Oh, and I forgot about this. Yeah, you could do. It's like a shockwave hammer. It does insane amount of damage. And then it has that cool. And then, oh wait, I did it wrong. And then you can do that too if you hold down your triggers. That's one of the final things you unlock. And see if I missed anything. There's Earth Pillar, which is Earth Spikes, Earth Hammer, Earth Hands, Trap, Armor, Grand Slam, Earth Ball, oh yeah. And then the ultimates. The Meteor is good. Wait, you can aim it? Oh, that's cool. I still prefer Death Trap because it's harder to dodge and you could easily control it and good for combos. Next, we are gonna review Water. This is the one I started off with. Has the most combos and 4 different styles. So there's first this, which is the basic move, which you get with Geyser, which is that, which also does damage, and you could ride the Geyser. I think that's what, yeah, it's called Geyser. So you could do this, which does perfect amount of damage for the bots and to get XP, or you can do this guy, like I said. You can turn in spears just by clicking the grips. And then there's the Wave, which is probably the worst ability because it's the hardest one to control. But if it lets me, you can turn it into an ice wall and eat it, but it's weaker than the rock wall and it's just for defense purposes. Then there's things like the ice dagger. If you like it, you can turn it into a grapple hook, kind of like Scorpion in Mortal Kombat. You could also use it for offense, but this ain't stone, so yeah, you could really ride almost all your water. Then there's like things like this whirlpool, which does not last long, but it is good, so you can stay abroad. So I'm gonna show you. So this there's this first style, which you barely see anyone using. You go like this, boom, 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 and then of course the tsunami. Then there is the people who like using the tentacles. You could hold them and beat them up, or hold them both ways and it does damage. It's cool how it has an ice effect, which yeah, you could keep on gripping it so it does damage, which is very annoying. And then you could also use it for mobility, which is cool, but when you go to Octopus, you get more battle damage, but it's worse to grapple on. Let me try. See, that does a lot more damage in one hit. So that's that one style, which if you're weird, you would use it. Now here is what I would like to call the bubble style. You could do mostly a bunch of things with that. You could make them, they can go, they touch it, boom, a bubble, or you could pop it yourself. Or you can make it a blizzard and either do damage like this, which I don't want you to do, and then there's blizzard, which is kind of like that air bomb. That's not mostly used. Then I like to call this the tank or battle, which is you could do this blocking projectiles. Then you can shoot icicles out of it. And by the way, this is a gesture button thing. To activate it, you're gonna need your grips. Oh, not your grips, your triggers on that. And then you could also just throw it. Then the ultimate Kamehameha. The other one's just like a bomb. Which I don't really think that one's good, but it has huge AoE. You could really spam this, not gonna lie. But you run tired. And oh no, I popped the bubble. Oh, well, it's supposed to. So yeah, pretty much it. And then there's daggers, which is the most unused style I think there is, but it's good for mobility and if it lets me. Or you can shing shing shing. Let's see if I missed anything. I guess you really can say, oh, and then there's Ice Trail, which I have no clue to do. It says something about these are like, which does like absolutely nothing in my opinion. Look at this animation. Like this game is like really fun. Next is gonna be fire. Let me itch my nose real quick. Let me see if I could perform Ice Wall to showcase you guys. Or not Ice Wall, Ice Trail. Begin to summon a water geyser. Oh, we did it. We did it, chat. Please begin to summon a water geyser and then press script to begin flying around, creating it. Nope, still not getting it. Well, that's sad. I forgot to do a bot match with these. Well, water, it has the most wide range of moves and techniques. Overall, I say it's the best for comboing and unique styles, because you could do something a little bit like boom, or do the thing boom, boom, boom. The best counter to earth walls, because if they're like an earth spammer going like this a bunch, I say go and then or geyser. Oh yeah, absolutely zero. That's cool. You really need to add a sub-ending for some of these. Fire is so basically these are most likely based off of the series. P is water. You gotta do the movement, which I don't know why I did that a minute ago. And then air, like I said, your main objective is to run and do long range, like and stuff. Earth's defense, and then there is the casual class fire, which is punching and completely offense. This has a bunch of cons because it has no defense and no mobility. Its ability, the jetpack, doesn't last long. Then there's this, which doesn't last at all. It is meant to do this. Then you could, all the heat abilities or fire bending abilities you could hold, and it's called heat, which makes it more powerful. such as and then which looks amazing. Which if you like fully destroying the battlefield, and then obviously heat blast, which is crazy, and then you can hold it, which it takes forever. You could do that too. What else am I missing? Oh yeah. Yeah, you could do a shield, you could throw it. Wait. You gotta fully charge it for this one, which kinda sucks. Which does pretty good damage. So you can go. Then there's the bomb. Like crazy stuff, so you could go. Its most overpowered ability has to be the arrow, because you could easily just the more you hold it back. So you could do something like that. And then there's a lot of combos, I guess, with flame or fire. Oh, and then it's ultimate, which is thunder, or you could do the volcanic one, which basically just makes a giant fire eruption, which is less cool than this lightning bolt. I guess it has defense, but you could burn them with it. And then look at that. And then this is like the weakest shield I've ever seen. So get that away from me. I'm missing one. Fire leap. Yeah, I'm missing fire leap and javelin. So, yep, that works. And javelin, if I remember, is nope. What, javelin is not very. It's not a fireball. Oh, okay. Oh, and then there's this. I forgot about this. You could charge it up very easily. Oh, and then, okay, so. Phantasm, cool. Okay, so basically, make fire, boom, you got a knife. It's kind of like, and you could hold it very easily for a knife. Okay. Okay, so that's how you do it, but boom. And then it charges up very easily, giving you more range and stuff. But when you hold it all the way so it gets heat ability, which is cool piece. Most abilities on Flame, once you get heat, has a secret ability, just as a javelin. You could swing with it, but its best is when you throw it, because it does that, which does, as you can see, a bunch of damage, but is not very much used for, because they can easily get out of it. And you have to charge it first, so just but I said I would do PvP, but there's probably some nerd out there. But as you can see, there's cosmetics you can get all over. I don't really look at the others. And there's shades. Oh, that's crazy. Defaults. But yeah.